Hi everyone, my name's Jordan and I use she, her pronouns. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the 3 chapters in Outsourcing the Womb. And I actually thought this was very interesting to read about. I did read the second edition, not the same one that everyone else probably has because I'm home with COVID, but I'm doing fine and it's just the only way I could get it on my Kindle. I left my book in the cross, so. But yes, so that's what I'm going to be talking to you guys about. So let's get into it. The two like facts or things that I found interesting and I kind of pulled out to like talk about was like how they compared the slavery and like surrogates like together and how they made that connection. I guess I wouldn't have never I don't think I would have made that connection myself. So having it wrote out and like talked about, it made a lot of sense to me and like I could see how at first I was like, how is this really ethical, like, or how is it such an ethical debate, like I don't get why, like, you're giving parents that want children and people that are willing to give their body up and like, you're making it work. But when they explained it in the way of like slavery, I was like, okay, this could be taken a different way and like it's like I can see both sides of the fence on this. So the thing that I was like, slaves were treated like commodities and like they were forced to be raped and have children that would be sold as commodities. And the connection between slavery and surrogates is that the surrogates would perform their service 24 hours a day and sell their body to itself. It's like they're selling themselves. And they're never technically off duty because they're constantly, like, they're always pregnant. So, like, for that 9 months, you're never really not working, if you know what I mean from that. I thought that was just kind of interesting. Like, I don't think I would have made that connection, like I said. So that was something really good to see in that book. Another thing that I wanted to pull out was when it talked about Israel and how Israel, like their laws on surrogacy, and how they didn't want to have the attraction like India has the attraction of the surrogates, like, so Israel just like does, like, you have to be an Israel citizen to like have this, like have the Israels like be legal and everything, and it has to be pre-approved. And I think that's a smart way of doing it because like then you wouldn't get into the battles of like, is it my kid, like the baby M custody battle? Like I don't think there would be as much of that if we had this pre-approval, which they have contracts and stuff like that, but I just think the pre-approval would be something that the United States could consider. But about Israel, how same-sex women can have the access to getting these surrogates, well, not really surrogates, but like getting the sperm, and like they could have their own surrogate as well too. But they don't allow same-sex men to do this. Like they can't do that. Males don't have this ability. They don't have the ability to get the eggs. They don't have the ability to purchase a surrogate because they're gay, which that's not, like, I feel like that's not, like, that's very discrimination, very much. And I just think that's like something that's very not okay to have, but it's definitely something that religion, like that country, sees okay. But some other things that I have wanted to just kind of talk about quick about the process in Israel. It's kind of different than in the US. So the process in Israel is more of like a integrated with the parents. Like they have to they have to match. Like the surrogate and the parents have to match. And so like some things that the strategies include, they sleep together, so like the surrogate will sleep with the mother and like the husband. They will have intercourse with the husbands or boyfriends or whatever. Like the intended mother will like hold their bump and stuff and like cradle the baby. They have public displaying of kissing and hugging and everything. It's just a little different than the US, which it's culturally different, which is expected, obviously. And so like one question I want to pose for you guys is, do you think commercial surrogates should be legal or illegal in the United States? Because there are some states that ban commercial and some states that allow it. The states that ban it are Arizona, Indiana, Michigan, and North Dakota. So that's something I really don't know how I feel about it, and so I would like to know what you guys feel about this topic as well. And something else I would like you guys another question I have is, why is this topic not talked about in politics as much as regards to topics such as like abortion? So why is this topic not brought up like as much? Is it just not, I mean, I guess I don't want to give you answers, but like I'm not sure like why it's like talked about in here, how it could be a politic, like it could be that either way you can look at it, but it's not really talked about a lot. And the reading really helped me understand these concepts better. It gave a lot of more details, and I also thought like the edition that I read, I don't know if it's the same, they gave out like how they also like gave how the ads would look, in like how like a commercial ad would look, and how if you were going independently how that ad would look. So I just thought it was a very good description of how everything would work, and it really helped me understand more of this topic. And yes, that's all I have for you guys. So thank you, and I look forward to reading your guys' answers.